Oh, look, Mama's out. Let's take a peek. So these are Colorado and Fontaine's babies, and I really did get a double factor spangle here. Nice little pure yellow baby. Pretty as a picture. Got his little band on. And who's this? Let's see who the little guy is. You have to let go, Buster. Thank you. The little guy looks like a spangle. Daddy was a spangle, single factor. See the two clear tail feathers right there? And they're both fat and sassy and doing very nicely. Okay, Mama, you can have your babies back. Let's see what's happening over here. Miss Mama has to come out. These are Larkspurs number 4 and 5 chicks. Shoo shoo. Oh, she's not in there. Where is she? Oh, she's up there on the perch, huh? So, Larkspur and Unakite. This looks like a normal baby. Probably, he really looks dark, so maybe a mauve, like Mama. And this little one is a Spangle Pied. Or maybe just a straight, no. See how all of his tail feathers are clear instead of just the middle two? That means he got the Pied gene too. And he also has the spot on the back of his head. And he got the yellow face. This is going to be a beautiful chick. And it looks like it's going to be another mauve. So here we go, disproving the whole mauve thing. That the idea that a mauve is a double dark factor bird. He's a sky blue. He has no dark factors. So they can't get 2 dark factors. So there should not be any mauve babies in this. However, I believe there's at least one. Good job, Mama, feeding those babies. Okay, so this is my little green hen. I'm still not clear who the blue cock is taking care of. I think maybe he switched back to his old hen. But she's doing a fine job. This is Bubba Jr. and Sif's baby. He's a normal, and he's coming out very nicely. It looks like he's going to be a dark green. And this little one is another Larkspur and Unakite baby. Do I see a yellow factor there? Maybe a little young to tell. But I do see 2 clear tail feathers, so that's a spangle. No pied mark, so that's going to be a straight spangle. I hope it's a yellow face, because that would look real nice on there. Okay, Mama, and this Mama got to go out too. I'm coming, Mama. Here I come. So these are, the oldest 2 chicks are Dacite and Wraith's babies. And the oldest one here is clearly a normal. They all have to be normals because both Dacite and Wraith are normals. However, Wraith is a gray wing. And it turns out that Dacite is split to gray wing. So I have right here a little yellow-faced gray wing baby coming up. Surprise, surprise. This little baby is probably Larkspur's last chick. I was hoping it would either be a spangle or a pied so I could tell for sure. But it's a normal. So be it. All right. So the only way I could tell is if it came out to be a mauve, but that's pretty unlikely because this mother was a Wraith. It was a cobalt, so it could be a cobalt, and I'd never be able to know. So I can't use it for the rainbow program, but I got 4 chicks that I could, so good enough. These guys, their 25-day mark is coming up. I haven't marked it on their boxes yet. But what that will mean is I'll pull all the hens. They're all going to hit 25 days within a day of each other. And leave the cocks to finish the job. Except for, oh, I just realized I have a major problem here. I don't know if the blue cock is going to feed both sets of babies. The green ones and the blue hens. I don't know who he's feeding. We'll have to see. Okay, so this is Nile and Flo, and she is sitting on a second clutch of eggs that aren't going to hatch for a million years. Or more appropriately, 11, 14, in another 10 days or so. So this is Unakite and Larkspur, and they have launched. Larkspur's been acting very kind of high energy, angsty, but I haven't seen any specific nesting behavior yet, and I just saw her feeding her baby, so she gets to stay. This is Dacite, who I had to pull Wraith a long time ago because she was plucking, but they've all grown their down and their feathers in. They're 25 days today, so I pulled their box, and Daddy's doing a great job. This is some new birds that I picked up at the show. This little one here is a hand-raised female DNA sexed Rosie Bork, and if my Borks actually produce something, I'll keep one of their sons, and that will be her mate. She's only about 10 weeks old. This little hyperactive one here is actually a, what do they call her? A turquoisine. And she's also a young female, and I'm going to be looking to find her a cock. She's what they call an opaline, red-fronted, gray wing, I think. Or is it an olive wing? I don't know. And this last little girl over here is a budgie, and I saw her at a show a year ago and just about had a heart attack. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but she is a Texas clear body that instead of having black markings on her wings, has violet markings on her wings. And her mask is violet, and she's absolutely beautiful. And when I saw her on the bench, I went up to the guy that I knew owned her and said, hey, if you ever decide to get rid of her, I'll take her. And he sold her to me. So I'm tickled pink. I've got all sorts of ideas about how to reproduce this. With the, I don't know if you can see the violet coloring, but it's really spectacular. So, okay. So this is, hi Congo. So Congo and Belle's babies, the oldest one is actually, Congo and Nile are full brothers. The oldest chick in here is Nile's baby. It's the one that hatched out in my hand after Mom abandoned the nest and let them all get cold. And then the other two are both hers. So let's see, Mama, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yes, you do. Let's see what we got here. A whole gaggle of babies. A whole gaggle. I have to take this down and take a look because one of the babies looked a little bit rickety. So hang on a second. Hang on, Mama. I gotta see what baby number 3 looks like. How's baby number 3 doing today? He does a little bit of thing? Oh no, you look much better. Okay. I'm glad. Okay. Here you go. All right. Sorry for that little break. And here is Spring. She's on our cat's oldest 2 embryos, which are due to hatch tomorrow. I handled them yesterday, and I did not see any enlarged air sacs yet, so I think that it will be a few days after the hatch date before they hatch. This is Fontaine. Her youngest 2 chicks are over there. These are her oldest 2. She has plucked all the down off of them, but she's leaving their feathers on, so, and I don't have any place to put them, so that's going to have to do. And this is my little Texas clear body, who is blue. Aren't you a pretty baby? Looks a cobalt blue, actually. Isn't that lovely? And this is the other one, who is actually the older sibling, but smaller, who's a sky blue and a normal. Aren't you a pretty baby? Okay. Are you a Spangle? You can't be a Spangle. No. Oh no, you're a Texas clear body with opaline. Okay. Okay. So this is Danube, and his little babies have launched. This is his oldest. And the other 2 I'm watching because they're hiding a lot, and I'm worried that maybe he's picked a favorite and he's being mean to the other 2. So I'm watching him like a hawk. At the same time, his full brother, Quinn over here, and Aster Their 3 launched, and they're in the back corner there. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, after everybody settles, I'm going to take the divider off. And that will give Danube a real hen to look at and hopefully discourage him from abusing any of his babies. So, well, she's coming up. I don't know. I'm watching. So these 2 older ones, this little gray guy and his little violet sibling over there, are actually Amenadiel's babies. The blue one is his, and the normal blue one over here is Danube's. Both of the sky blue little aster lookalikes are of course asters. One of them, interestingly, has a recessive pied dot on the back of his head, which is kind of tickling me pink because that means I got recessive pied coming from a completely unrelated line. Will be a useful bird. And since all of my recessive pieds are spangles anyway, what the heck. This is Kobe and his girl. I gave away her 2 oldest eggs, and I culled her down to 4 chicks, and I really need to cull 1 more, but I really had a hard time telling which egg was the least developed. So I'm going to pull them again today and take another look. But they can't have more than 3 eggs, and I hate to freeze a late date baby. So her oldest 2 are over here, and they're developing perfectly. So we're going to end up with 5 chicks, because that's how many parents we have for raising chicks. So, look at that little bird. That's the cutest little birdie. Hi, little birdie. Their parents have been feeding them, and they're so fat they can hardly move. And the littlest one is sound asleep on the millet. Head down, knocked out. Very cute. And this is the last nest. Let me get my stool. And these guys are bringing up 2 more of Nile and Flo's babies from that first clutch. And they got the late blooming squash baby, didn't grow, was sure it was going to die. Winston and Sif, not Winston, that's his father. Bubba Jr. and Sif baby, who in large part has normalized. Now, mind you, he's the oldest chick in the nest, and he looks like the youngest, but he's definitely growing. And we're going to go in and see if anybody needs any banding. Hang on. And I'll show you the difference.